This play also belongs to a genre where generally there cannot be made a lot of mistakes with interpretation. One thing's for certain, for that great creativity is required. And besides, if in the previous music pieces, playing keys were portrayed in quite transparent watercolors, and generally keys are there without particular psychological penetration, but just in a very delicate sketch. So here, in this play, there is required some psychological synthesis. Bydlo, if translated from Polish, as it was taken for sure, from Polish language, Bydlo is a cattle. But again, we have to take a look at where this material is originated. Knowingly, or perhaps unknowingly, but as Petrovich, it is so hard to analyze mind and soul of the subject consciousness and the subconsciousness. Anyway, is taking a look geographically to Poland. Because we have bulls saddled into a very crooked cart. With such minor and sad theme. Where is the topic coming from? Again, there is a root connection, folk connection as well, as street and truth. In this minor sad theme, we're having a connection of a folk musician who is originated from, not metaphorically, but actually from dirt, from peasants, from fairy tales, epics and taverns, from everything we might imply as folk living. It is typical 19th century pathetic folk song, or maybe even from an earlier period. The roots of this melody are going into old Belarusian pity folk song about a quail with 6 legs. We know all Slavs are knowing this song from their grandmothers. Probably someone from older generations still remembers our grandmas, who were quite old by that time, that they had memory of this song. And when our feet were tired from playing around, they sang us this song. So consciously or unconsciously, but definitely in mind, into Andrei Petrovich's soul, sparked this sad Polish-Belarusian song about being tired and in pain. It's created a remarkable picture where he thoughts about bulls pulling an ugly cart with crooked wheels through a rugged terrain. They, thoughts, are, for sure, through true artist suspense, transferring and extrapolating in our beastly fate, hard-working fate of humans when we have to slave away till the end of our days. But it was very relevant to Modest Petrovich, because in comparison of Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky, he didn't get a big check, so he could survive, dream and create. He had to stay at his service office, where he was collecting an unbelievable and endless negative emotion, losing his life and his talent. Because of all it, his drunkenness and neglect, as well as ongoing depression, there are not so many works that he left us with. God didn't give him a Madame von Meck, but patterns are so crucial for brilliant, talented artists. Therefore, for sure, his thoughts projected onto a horrible fate of himself to slave away forever. Though it is happened just like that. He died on stroke after he fell down due to hypertensive attack, and then who had two more after that. So he fell down on the carpet in the living room, tried to stand up, but fell down again, and then never stood up again. For sure, all of it is in his music. In all his music, but especially here. Because of it, we will not go through this play step by step, but I will play in one piece. You will understand and hear it for yourself. There is nothing special to tell in details. Such an interesting and tragic folk sketch. My advice to all interpreters: there is no way to perform it evenly, since this is a ranch terrain. So it is ragged terrain of life, and its place of this clumsy cart. From here we can jump onto Pushkin's cart of life. In short, it's continuous psychology and philosophy, and vice versa, the drama of life. You probably paid attention when your cart was stuck. It was instruction from Mussorgsky. He put little pauses to tell you where when this card has to fall down into the ditch. This should be performed with much character and expression. Further, this card is different aspect. Card is getting closer, getting further. It's here and there, it's passing by. And for sure we should extrapolate onto our life, in some way onto grave fate. Maybe not always bestial, but at least an uneasy human's life. After such a great drama, our wonderful moderator, Modest Petrovich, and his face is expressing it all, like never before. Let's have a look. Something new. I will give you a tip for that, if you didn't get it. Actually, it's not hard to guess. Transparency and very high register, what could it be? It's easy. You can disagree with me, you would probably even smile, but it's a teardrop. Modest Petrovich teared up because of his thoughts. I think you'll agree with me. One can see one more time how harmony is flowing through. Clear intervals, pure state of levitating high. For sure it is such a pure as and sad tears. And it is followed by thoughts I already was talking about. It sounds like he is telling us our fate is so hard. It's so hard. It's in a very Russian way. Life is so hard. Our fate is so hard, so hard. How is told by a wonderful playwright now? He says, that's enough. Smiling, laughing, trying to tell what's coming up. Next is absolutely hooligan peace. See you next time. Bye-bye.